Well, yesterday I made another one of these little devices that will keep the bubbles from flowing over outside my mold here. And I was thinking I want to be able to reuse this because I went to quite a bit of effort to do a good job. And then I thought, yeah, it's going to get all coated with the Alumilite and probably won't seal too good on the bottom. And then I thought, hey, why don't I just spray the inside of this with mold release? And then after the Alumilite hardens, I can just sort of maybe peel it off. So I'm going to try that. Now I just know that one of these days I'm going to miscalculate. And I hope when I miscalculate, it's over and not under. Now, Alumilite says that I should be mixing the dye first with part A. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dump A into here and mix it up. Now I know I backed my timer up there to put near to 0, but I'm not going to actually start it until I mix the B in with the A. I don't think adding the dye to the A has anything to do with the curing. This is very, very thick. It's almost like 5-minute epoxy. Well, a little bit more viscous or runny, or however you want to put it. I've noticed the part B is a lot easier to pour. Now, I'm going to start out with about 5 drops and see how opaque 5 drops will make it. I'll be able to tell by the way it is on the stick. Whoops. This doesn't drop very easy. Okay, let's just see how that looks. Well, you know, that might be enough. All right, are we ready? Vacuum machine's ready? I think we're ready. Start at 0. And here we go. Hope I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, once again I'm going to shut the camera off and I'm going to stir for about 5 minutes. Now I realize that that pure white Coroplast really throws my automatic exposure off. I should be doing this 100% manual, but I'm not. I hope it's going to be okay for you. Okay. And once again I want to save my stick. Don't think I'm going to need it here. And if I do, I'll wipe it again. And I'm not too worried about there possibly being airlocks, because I know that the vacuum system is going to take care of that. That's the whole idea of putting it in the vacuum. Okay, now I'll reposition the camera so it'll catch the vacuum chamber. Yeah, I think you can see it okay now. And here we go. Well, like I said last time, we could probably be a little bit more efficient if we let it run a little longer. However, like I said last time, I think it's probably about 99% as good as it's going to get. And I do want to get this in the pressure chamber before it starts to thicken. And I'm being very careful not to let any of that wood be exposed to the air. And I think I've explained to death why that is. And I want to make sure I get it in far enough so that when I screw it in, this sponge rubber doesn't catch it and turn it over. Okay, and the reason for that sponge rubber, by the way, and also for this tiny little hole here, is so that when I plug the air into it, it doesn't go rushing in and spill everything. And that's pretty good. Okay, watch the gauge. Now you're going to notice I'm almost up to 8 bars there. Or what do we got there? About 117, 18 pounds? No. Yeah, about that. Well, I'm going to show you a little trick how to bring it up. Okay, plug your ears and watch this gauge. Okay, now let's take a look at our gauge here. So we brought it up quite a bit. Now I know overnight it's going to slowly leak out again. But anyway, by the time it does reduce in pressure, it's going to have started to solidify, and as many of the little voids and pores as possible are going to be filled. Now I could be wrong. This is just my idea. Well, we're almost 30 minutes into this mix, and as you can see, at least I hope you can see it, it's still fairly runny. So that's good. That means that under that pressure there, like I said the last time, there's probably a whole lot of micro tsunamis going on in that piece of wood. Be interesting to put on a diving tank and, you know, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and go diving in there and just watch and see what's happening. Well, I can dream. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. And as I've said before, being as that there's not a whole lot we can do here until we get that little blank out of the pressure cylinder, we'll see you in the morning. Well, I guess I can clean off my table saw. Again.